to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
And he tags on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Working that left side. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. LSU quick to the line.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room. It's Lanier. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Horn. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking for a man. It's Prince. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
He'll start the return inside the spot. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Oklahoma's offense has the ball for the first time. And are we ever lucky lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are turning it on.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here on third down for this offense. Looking for a man, it's Hart. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Finds his man, it's Dobbs. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Got the first down and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. And the Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The throw to the outside is complete. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Motion from the back. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Sooners!
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Back to throw, it's Prince. He's got it down the middle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page.
Breaks into the open. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. LSU right back to the line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right front. Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. At the 35, he's open. Sprinting away. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It stops. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. It's Hart. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Sooners come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Inside the 35. Lots of running. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Horn. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult, and I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Got a man. It's Horn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw, it's Fritz. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. With the catch, it's Fly. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Hart. He makes the catch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw again. There's the pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And back to the air on second down. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lanier. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Hart. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his target down the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's York. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They'll go right back to him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense. if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll toss it to the left. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To throw, it's Hart. Quarterback adapting. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but one. By this defense to get the football. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Horn. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To throw again. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the grab, and they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Catch in the middle, it's Prime. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hart. Quickly complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world securities on 2nd and 2. Offense in the hurry up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Fry. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open value.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grab near the marker. It's Dobbs. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Zings it complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Tigers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. From inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys are like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
He was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle. It stops. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Prime. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. He makes the grab. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw again. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
He's got his man, makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. The run from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Lining up. PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Rides to back and leaves it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. LSU quick to the line. Using his legs, it's Lanier. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to...
There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
There he goes! Touchdown Sooner! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is just getting blown off the field right now. And like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14. To Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They're going to ride this running back.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
It's picked off. That's number 10. It's a seam wide open. And they'll... on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll send the back in motion. On the ground, it's Blunt. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Sticks it in his belly. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. And the Sooners are on the move. Let's go. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff to the fullback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
One thing you know with this guy, at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the fourth quarter with the lead.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got it in the middle, it's Prime. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yep.
Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. That's caught. It's Miranda. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Handoff from the gun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Prince. Right on the money. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. LSU right back to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little rope out of this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
To the air on 2nd down. Using the quick game. At the 45 on his way. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Dobbs. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fry. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Turning it on! That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going